Happy May, happy first May. I've booked Travelers Company Japan, which I did at the very beginning of the year. Just very intuitive. Also, sorry if it's not aesthetic. So I want to get my hands on this. Good morning, friends. This is my off day today. I have my coffee here with me. This public holiday here in KL is 1st May, is Labor Day. What a better time to slow down and start fresh because it's also my birthday month. Happy May, happy 1st May. I feel like this one's going to bring a much needed reset for me. And I want to show you guys how I plan for a reset. So at the start of the new year, I have converted from my usual bullet journal, which is this size, to traveler's notebook. So thanks to my baby sister, she is a lover of traveler's notebook and she introduces me to this method. So I went and get it. I've been loving it so far. It's very compact, it's very small, petite, easy to carry, travel friendly. Honestly, it feels very much like me right now. So I'm sticking to it is almost half of the year and I have all my notes inside here. And I haven't been slacking off that much. Probably just miss out a day or two in a week or maybe twice a month, but most of the time I manage to show up and write in this tiny notebook. So I love it. Let's start by flipping through the notebook. So I want to show you guys how I actually decorate this notebook. I'm excited about it because it's my first time using this notebook. And let's start with appreciating the book cover. That's what we do here. So I love the brown color. It's leather, and then look at this. This is actually by the Travelers Notebook, Travelers Company, Japan, and this is something that I recycled from my previous notebook, the charm. I just want to keep it, and I just keep it here. And I got a file here, tiny file with some random note that I don't want to lose, and then I have 3 notebooks in this. The first one is my monthly, and then the second one is my weekly, and I also created and added junk journal in this. So I started this junk journal because my mind are so cluttered and I needed to store all this junk from my brain somewhere, and then I decided that I'm creating this one, and so far I've been using it and it's been awesome. And then I have this my random stickers that I plan to use for this video. I just keep it there, and then this is the plastic file, plastic holder, other book tabs, stickers, some other random stuff, and that's it. This is my traveler's notebook. So I'm gonna start planning now, and I'm gonna show you how I did my April planning. So let's take this out. So I have monthlies and I have weekly here tied together. So I kept things very simple this year. I focused on healing and small routines. What worked for me was is the habit tracker, a gratitude tracker, and yeah, there's these 2 things that I always make sure that I fill it up every day. This is my highlights of the month, a year in a glance, which I did at the very beginning of the year. I put in all the importance, date, and highlights or any travels that's happening. This was essential for me because I was traveling back and forth to Kedah, taking care of my dad who is admitted either in Kedah and Penang. So there's a lot of traveling going on at the start of the year, and then March was full of appointments for my cat who has passed away. So April is the same, and I also add in any highlighted days that I want to remember. I'll jump right to my reflection. So I'm probably gonna blur this because for my privacy. So every month I will make sure that I'll come to this monthly book. I have a section where I put in my reflection. So in the reflections, I'll put what I like or what went well, what didn't go well, and what I've learned from it, and then the next step for the following month. So I'll spend some time doing this, and usually it helps me to reflect and put things in perspective, looking for something to be grateful for, looking for something that I can learn and make better of. Already write down like what I like, what I don't like, what I learned to continue to start doing in advance at the beginning of the month, because sometimes on weekends, every week, I'll come to this page if there's anything that I want to remember or things that I just want to make sure that I remember at the end of the month. In a brief, I feel like April was heavy in some ways, emotional and mentally, but it has taught me that slowing down is productive too. I'm learning to be okay with soft goals and incomplete checkboxes. If I were to bring you to my April, this is my April to-do section. This one is very compact. It's very straight to the point. So I started the month with habit tracker check-ins, and these are my April. A very minimal decoration, very intuitive, and then on this section, nothing much has changed from my previous format. I have days and date here on the left, and then I have a columns for my habit. E for exercise, V for vitamins, writing and reading, and then the next columns are the check-ins on emotional, physical, spiritual, and what I'm grateful for. So I just put it here, thank you Allah, Alhamdulillah for. So every day I'll come in and write down in this page. The next page, I have a brain dump for April for the month. I usually have this because sometimes I have a random thoughts that it could be an idea that you can use later on. So there's 3 sections: personal, creative side, and then the work and business. So I put it very specific because my creative work for me is my YouTube, blog, and Substack. And I put in some ideas. If I was doing research, I just click on something and I'm just have my notebook with me, and I'll just put it in. There's a note underneath this, but I don't want to waste the paper for some reason. I just feel like I just want to paste my notes on this, and I just paste it anyway. And this is actually my weekly spreadsheet. Weekly spread. So 2nd to 6th April, and then I go by weekly, and then the 3rd week of April I did it a bit differently. I created task columns and then the days on the side, and I mark which day that I wanted to do the task, and then I transfer the to-do list that I wanted to do for the daily into the daily spread here. So I kind of like it, but I tend to miss it once I move things here, and then there are things that were not checked off and because I forgot about it. Just very intuitive. Also, sorry if it's not aesthetic because this is not the state of my mind at this point. And this is the final week of April. That's it. And for May, this is my blank page. I've drafted the layout for May already in pencil. For May, I'm focusing on gentle structure. I I've kept space for journaling, daily intention, and just breathing room. Here's how I set up the weekly spreads and trackers. I have a soft lines, warm color space for my mind to exhale, and I'm gonna spend time to write it on. I feel like May is gonna be a soft reset kind of month for me. I'm gonna do a lot of self-care for me this month. Like it means that I'm gonna check in with myself a lot more, not just checking things off, but I'm gonna check in with my emotion, my physical, my spiritual, and I've added a mental space tracker as well, which I've done it every month into the pages, and I will look into some prompts. I think it's going to be intuitive, but I probably just going to look into Pinterest and look for prompts for self-care. Right now I'm into skincare and hair, so I also hoping that I'm gonna read a bit more. In the last 3 months early of the year, I have not been reading that much, probably on average just one or two. Two is too much for me, so I'm trying to read a little bit more this month, and I just wanna bring in the happy vibe because it's gonna be my birthday month, and there's traveling happening this month as well. There's a plan for my birthday as well, and I just hope that books can actually nourish me, bring back the happiness in me, and slow me down from the racing mind of this grieving period. So a few lists of books that are on my mind that I wanted to read this month. This is my this is my May book club that I am going to read. The Lantern of Lost Memory by Sanaka Hiragi. So I'm going to read this book, and then I'm going to read Botany's Daughter by Kate Nunn. So this book is about a girl who is on a quest by the dead father or the late grandmother to look for exotic plants. So I think it has a spring vibe to it, and I'm excited to read about it. And also, there's another spring vibe book that I've been putting off to read is the Emily Wells Encyclopedia of Fairies. So they have come out with the third book, I think, or probably the fourth book already, and I haven't even read the first one. I'm going to dive into these three books. Nothing crazy, but these three books is something that I want to dive in this month. Okay, friends, thank you for hanging out with me today, setting up the new month of May together with me. If you're resetting this month too, whether or not you're using Traveler's Notebook or bullet journal, or just mentally or digitally, I'm cheering for you. And if you like to do your own gentle reflection, I put up together a free May reset reflection checklist. You can download it in the description box below, and I'll see you next time.